We'll start a couple. Should we just start a couple minutes early since we're here?
Might have to, bro.
I mean, let's just start it up, man. Hey, okay. Everybody in the chat, welcome. Welcome to the first episode of The Mix. I know the overlays this evening, we'll get that fixed, but welcome to the first episode, man. I'm here with my co-host. I guess you're on this side? Good? You're on this side of me, I guess. Yeah. With Kai, man. Say what's good, bro.
What's up, man? You know how it is with HaKaii, you know, feel me, Akeem type shit.
Don't kill me.
First episode, first video, first mixtape. You know what the fuck going on?
Yes, sirski. I mean, shit, should we just get straight into the fucking topics or what?
I think we go right into it.
Alright, man. I mean, we can start earlier in the week with Canada winning gold at the World Juniors. That was really cool for the country, man.
Connor Bedard is that guy.
He really is that guy, man.
Oh, and like the way that they did it was kind of crazy, man. Like, and that game-winning goal, man, that was crazy. Connor Bedard too, like the interview after him, like kind of deflecting it and like being like, "Hey, I don't want to talk about me. Like my team just won gold. Let's talk about that."
Yeah, I even made a tweet about that. I thought that was really cool. Like, especially in a sport, like, you know, you got good, like, classy players, but this is quite a shit-talking sport in hockey, too, you know? So, and a lot of guys just, like, don't, like, really realize they're talking about themselves. But for a kid to be, what is he, like, 19? 18 even? Like, he's young.
No, I think he's literally 17.
17? No fucking way. Well, I mean,
he's 17.
There you go. For a kid that young to go and be, like, almost break the most points in 7 games.
He's 17.
Like, yeah, I mean, that's
unreal, that guy's the same age as me.
Yeah.
Yo,
yeah, and this guy's winning
gold,
bro.
Shit together.
yo, what are you doing, bro?
No way.
No, that's crazy, man. I mean, that's just a light point to touch on. It's cool to be Canadian and watch that. It's always cool because, you know, it's one of the big things that we've always had is, you know, hockey. That's what we're known for. So, back to back.
For sure. We destroyed the U.S.
Yeah, we did.
They started off 2-0.
Yeah.
They ain't scored nothing since.
Bro, so. I was on all social media just seeing all these Americans talking bullshit, and I was like, just wait, man.
Yeah. They were talking crazy.
They were talking crazy.
As soon as we started going up, a wise man once said, I forget the exact saying, but hear me out.
Yeah.
Something about how everybody can talk shit when they're up type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
What do you want to get into now? What do you want to? How about let's talk about like recently, especially this season.
Yeah.
The NBA has had way more high-scoring games than usual, and career highs, like averages, have just been way higher than they used to. What do you think that comes down to?
Well, that's a good question, man. Because what was it like 2 weeks ago when there was like Luka's 60 piece? What was it? Donovan Mitchell 71, Braun went for like 46,
51 or 50.
Yeah, like I don't know, bro. There's a lot of factors. I think one of them might just be a softer game of basketball. Like, you know, like it's just, and it's a shooting game now too, right? Like before it was getting in the paint like for so long, getting dirty with it, and in the past, what would you say, like 5 to 7 years, like since maybe the Golden State dynasty, quote unquote, popped off, like since then it's just become such a shooting game. So I believe that if you get a good 3-point shot and you already have the big body to get inside, like you're gonna just be dropping 40 pieces like nothing.
Nah, that is true. I feel like too, like the NBA knows that high scoring games are gonna bring them in more viewers, and like Donovan Mitchell dropping 71 is gonna go crazy everywhere and get a ton of like media kind of views, right?
Yeah.
So obviously they're gonna kind of cater the game so that scoring is a little bit easier.
For sure.
Do you agree with the fact that like the average NBA player is just significantly better than they used to be, or no?
Yeah, I definitely think that, man. I think that goes for every sport, though. You know what I mean? Like with anything, just like when there's more resources to become better. Like, you know, think about back in the day, you would go to a camp for like, I don't know. I don't even know if Jordan was throwing camps, right? But now you can go to the CP3 camp. You can go to all these different, Zion has a camp. All these guys have camps, and you get it just like, I feel like it's easier to play at a higher level of competition now. In a sense, like that's kind of like vaguely, but like I think it's just, I don't know. It's a wider game now. It's not just Michael Jordan running the paint, fucking hitting mid-range shots. You know what I mean? Now there's the 3-point. There's big time. You watch John Morant, right? Like that's a whole.
Yeah.
Like that's what we saw with Derrick Rose. That's what we saw with Russell. But like that guy also has like a. Well, I guess Derrick did too, but a really consistent shot. You know what I mean? So
But like, do you think that it's less of players just being better now and more of them having the freedom to take whatever kind of shots they think is right, or do you still think that they are just better now?
That's a really good that's a good way to put it, man. I guess like that's a good way to say is like a lot of people are not afraid to shoot anymore. You know what I mean?
Like even like average like bench players.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Like
I agree.
before, I feel like it was like, oh, give the ball to our best guy, let him rock, and we're just gonna get the rebound, hit him back.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
But now it's like in the final seconds of the game, I was just watching it.
yeah,
Raps versus Bucks, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like they want the ball in Gary Trent Jr.'s hands
Right,
out of everybody. Like it's
right.
not going to no Scotty Barnes,
Yeah,
no Fred Van Vliet, no Pascal,
it's
right?
wild.
It's going to Gary Trent.
Mhm.
Because like you have especially all of these like 3-point specialists on teams now.
Yeah,
Because the three ball is just something that like every player needs to be able to shoot now.
100%.
So if you look at a player and notice that they can't shoot, like that's a liability now. Whereas before it was just kind of common. So I don't know.
That's a good way to put it. Cause yeah, no, I think you said it perfectly. I don't really have anything to add to that point. Cause that's what it is, man. Like yeah, like you need a three ball, bro. Like you see the teams that are losing are either not scoring at all in the point or like converting on free throws or
Yeah.
they just can't shoot the three ball. And like it's
Yeah.
just like and usually you know what, it's not even it's the three ball, bro. You see teams with low 3-point percentages, they're always going to be lower in the standings cuz that's what this game's converted to, bro. Like you have like even with the Trey Youngs in the league, right? Like you have so many
Yeah.
people just pulling up from the logo like nothing, bro. Like mid game, like thinking this is a good shot, you know. And now you have kids growing up thinking, yeah, I'm gonna train my fucking logo shot. Before it was
For
like, yo,
sure.
let me get my left hand layup. Now it's
You
like, can I
gotta get
shoot?
the mic and drill in, you feel
Yeah,
me?
bro. Like that shit's crazy.
I feel like the three ball though, like not having 3-point shooters on your team,
Mhm.
like not only can you not shoot that three already, but it can also fuck with your spacing, especially in
Yeah.
today's game. Like you see
Yeah.
it with that Warriors like 2017 to
Mhm.
2019 teams, like dude, you gotta stay and guard everybody close. Like you can't help and sag off of anybody because as soon as you try and drop down to Steph on the fucking roll,
Yeah.
like he's kicking it back out, KD wide open, bang.
Yeah.
Like you just it spaces the floor so much more having shooters on your team. So I don't know,
No, I agree.
makes it a lot easier.
I agree. The game has changed even in the past decade. Like just since like if you go back to 2013, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like. Sorry, this guy Joe killed me in chat with that one, bro.
What do you say?
he says you look like Diaz, bro.
Well, yo.
Yeah. But yeah, bro. Like I don't know. The game's just changed so much, and I also will say that I think the NBA has gone from an extremely exciting, like action-packed league to somewhat of a pussy league lately. Like I know the scoring's still been high, but like I don't know, man. Like I watch the game. I go to watch a Lakers game, Lakers versus whatever. Let's just say Lakers Clippers, and you know Kawhi's out, Paul George is out. Everybody that I want to watch play the game is out. You know what I mean? And I guess some people
Yeah.
could say that's age. Some people could say like, oh well, people got to take care of the body. It's a long season. But hey, man, Kobe and Jordan. Kobe dislocated his finger, came right back in the game. You know what I mean? Jordan flu game, and they were playing 70, 80 games a year. These guys can barely get past the 40 point. Like they're just making the NBA is super soft. Like Joe said, I just think it's a soft league now, and that's why it's like as cool as it's been to see all the scoring. It's kind of like I just still can't like say that this league's at a really good point right now overall.
No, I feel you on that. I feel like one of the things that people talk about, especially during like the GOAT debate and shit, right? And they're
Right.
like, oh, LeBron over Jordan. They're like, man, LeBron just flops all the time. But
Right.
I don't think you can fault LeBron for that.
Good looks on that
Because that's
follow,
him
DJ Dr.
kind of
Fresh, man. I
like
appreciate you.
evolving along with the game
Right.
and changing how he plays to better fit the best ways to score.
Yeah.
Because like honestly now flopping is like a pretty normal thing.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh
On
yeah.
both ends of the floor. And it can help you get calls because you get to the point where like players like Zion, like he's just running through people. He's not flopping. He's not making it look like he's getting hacked. So he's not going to get any fucking calls.
No.
But then you get Marcus Smart, gets tapped a little bit, he's flopping all over. So he's going to get significantly more calls than
Yeah.
like a Zion would. And that's just
100%.
because of different play styles. And like that's one of those things you got to think like you think Zion will ever start to become a flopper or what? I don't know.
Was that? Yeah, I think like you've seen it. I've seen it with a lot of players through the years. Like they almost developed themselves into somewhat of a flopper. Like off rip, they're like, I don't know, man. I'm tough. I'm a big dude. You know what I mean? And then they realize they're not getting calls, and then these
Yeah.
motherfuckers have to start flopping, bro. Cause, like, if you're going in the paint and you should be going to the line 6 times in a game, you're only going there 2 because you could have flopped and got the call. I don't know,
Yeah.
man. Like it's the game. That's why I think the game is just changed into something I don't love to watch as much as I used to. I still love playoff basketball, but like when I got into watching the NBA, that was like primetime Heat years, primetime Golden State, and like dog, that was
Mm.
dog basketball. Now it's like, dude, come on, man. Like, can't be missing half a season because you have a
Now,
sore ankle.
um, let's talk about something that hasn't changed.
Okay.
Voter fatigue in the
Yes.
NBA.
Yes.
We see it every year when it comes to MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's absolute fugazi.
Yeah.
I don't think that the voters should be swaying their votes because they've already voted this dude twice.
I agree.
If Giannis is playing like the best player in the world and the most valuable player in the world for 5 years in a row, give it to him.
Yeah, no, I agree.
He deserves it all 5 of those years. If Jokic is honestly doing it again this year, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think he's gonna get it. I think he deserves
Jokic is going crazy, but he's done back to back. So now there's the problem of voter fatigue. But
Right.
who the fuck else is it gonna go to? Luka, bro, his team is terrible.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like, I feel like however long the NBA has been around, they've always weighed in, especially for MVP, how good your team does.
Yeah, 100%. I was gonna bring that up. I was gonna say like how much like you could have. I mean, I think if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it was just a straight robbery, but back at like when Steve Nash went back to back, I'm pretty sure the reason he got it on the second year instead of Kobe was because the Suns were doing better at the time or something like that. Like, and that was like, but Kobe was doing like way better numbers, and yeah, so I think you could be doing unreal, averaging a triple double, but if you're playing for the Timberwolves, you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna get the MVP. So I agree with the voting fatigue.
That Timberwolves team is not working, man.
Oh, we'll get to that in a second.
And Cat.
We'll get to that in a second, bro.
Gosh.
We'll get to that in a second. But nah, like I think with the voting, bro, like I just think I agree. If you are the best player, like if Giannis is the best player for the next decade, he should be getting MVP every year. You know what I mean? And so for right now in this situation with Jokic, like I still think Jokic should be getting it. Like isn't he averaging a triple double?
Probably. Honestly.
Yeah, and then you go to his team, and Denver is what in the West right now? I have them up right now.
They're first.
Yeah,
they're tied
Denver's
with the Grizz.
Yeah, Denver's first in the fucking West, man. Like to me, that's an MVP, and three times in a row doesn't piss me off because he deserves it, right? But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You said it's the voting fatigue though. Like you said, like people just feel like, oh well, he did it. It's almost like trying to play fair. You know what I mean? Like, we can't let him have it too many times. Like, come on, dude.
Like sometimes biasy can work the opposite way. If you try so hard to be unbiased that you end up being biased towards the other side, like that's just kind of like the same shit. So like if you try so hard to make it fair by not giving it to him because he already got it twice, you're making it not fair for him to get it at all.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Okay. Steelo just said I forgot Cat was in the league. TBH.
Dude, honestly, I thought Cat was gonna like have a crazy year this year. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Do you think that when that Gobert trade went through, did you actually think it was gonna be okay? Like not great, but do you think it was gonna be something?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I think they fucked up.
They fucking flopped, and
they gave so much for Gobert.
They cashed out. Didn't they just buy out his contract from Utah?
I thought they gave them like a lot.
Right, they did actually.
Like hella picks.
Yeah, they
type
did.
Shit. Their whole roster, their whole future that could have grown with Anthony Edwards, they threw away. And now they're 9th in the West.
They're not. Oh my goodness. See, like, I mean, let's talk about.
To be fair, though.
What's up?
To be fair.
Yeah.
The teams out west are very close.
I mean, yeah, I'm looking at the standings right now, and yeah.
When you look from 12th to fucking like 3rd, even.
Yeah.
It's pretty close. Like 5th and 12th are like game difference fucking scores.
That is pretty crazy. I mean, even I mean, if you just look at the playoff spots right now, right? Which do they do top 7 or top 8? I forget. It is top 8, right?
Top 10.
Oh, because of play-in tournament.
Or is it
Right?
12 for play-in?
I think it's 10
No,
with the play-in, isn't it?
it's 10. Yeah, 10.
Yeah. Okay. So like even
Yeah.
if I'm looking at both divisions right now, like the top 10, like if I'm being honest, I don't see anybody in the East like winning anything besides the Celtics and the Nets. I don't think the Bucks can do it. Um, and in the
I think
West,
the Nets are a dark horse, bro. I think they could
I agree.
they have the pieces to win it all this year. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, yeah, I actually think so, bro. Like, wait, you said the Nets? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, bro, this is the thing people forget. It is Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, motherfucker. If they're in their bag, it's over for the league, man.
I've been saying that.
Yeah,
I don't know
like,
how people could ever count the Nets out.
No, you can't. Like, and I get they had a couple rough years, but like, whatever. Now we're here, and they're second in the fucking East. So
You know what we could talk about?
well, let's talk
The
about it.
Clippers. Bro.
Okay, let's talk about the Clippers.
I feel like the whole time, what has it been, 4 years since Kawhi and PG got there?
Yeah.
I've never seen these guys play.
No, I think
that's just how it feels.
I heard a stat a couple weeks back because I just flipped onto the game, and I think 2-3 weeks ago, Kawhi and PJ have played, I think 6 games together.
Dude.
7 games, like it was under double digits.
You know what else that does to like fuck up their team?
What's up?
The role players. They can never find out like their own role in the system. Yeah. Because all of a sudden, oh, Kawhi's out. Now I got to do all this extra shit. Exactly. Or PG and Kawhi are both out. We need to play way better. Or now they're both back in. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. Type shit.
No, exactly. Fuck, man.
I don't know. You think the Lakers could make a run?
The Lake? No. Everybody.
You don't think so?
No, man. Like, bro, I don't think that the Lakers at full strength can beat like the top 2 in the East. If I'm being honest.
Okay, maybe. I'm not saying like finals. I'm not saying they can win.
But like make a playoff run. Easy.
Make like Western semis.
Let me look.
Like a little playoff run.
I see them beating everybody ahead of them in the West until you get to the top 3, obviously. Actually, I can see them beating the Grizzlies at full strength. I think the Pelicans are like not getting talked about enough. I think.
Oh, for sure, because BI's out, isn't he?
Yeah, BI's out right now, and
they're still doing that.
And Zion's been out for a game now too. He's out for a couple. So it's like you get BI, CJ, and him together, like right off the rip of the season. I was like, is this? Yeah, I think these guys are winning.
No,
the fucking,
that team.
Yeah.
And like they're all pretty young, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean Zion's in his 3rd season, BI's in his like 6th or 7th, CJ's probably in his like 8th or 9th. Like they're all like pretty
so they're not,
close.
Like super young.
No, they're not super young, but
like next year could be it for them.
Yeah, I mean
this year, but even then,
they could sign these guys all on like 5-year contracts next year if they were all free agents, let's say, right? And they would all still be in like regularly good playing condition. Like Zion would still be in his prime, and I think BI would just be leaving it. But hell of a team, man.
I love BI, bro. I just fuck with him so much.
Bro, when that picture came out in the offseason of this guy looked like he hasn't fucking like left the gym in like months. I was like, this guy's real
Yeah. I was like, Giannis treatment.
Okay, so should we get into the NFL playoffs today?
You're gonna have to carry this one.
Yeah, I'll just start. I'll just do a quick run through of it. Nothing too crazy, cause really, all that we saw was. I mean, now we know this. What is it? The Seahawks are playing the Niners, right, Joe? Joe's in chat. Should be. He can confirm that for me. Which, I mean, if the Niners...
That doesn't look good for the Seahawks, man.
No, I mean, that's going to be a fucking... That's going to be crazy, bro. But
that's a mismatch.
The big thing I want to talk about today was, like, the wildness that was happening in the AFC, bro. Like, we had 3 teams that had, like, so many different scenarios for them to make the playoffs. And, like, all the games were wild, man. Like, the Dolphins won by, what was it, 3? Like, and that was no touchdowns that game. Pittsburgh somehow won, but they didn't make the playoffs because we lost and Miami won. We didn't make the playoffs because we need, bro. Like, it was just a clusterfuck. I won't get too deep into the game, seeing as, like maybe next week or a week after when we have another guest who can really dive in with the players, we can talk about playoffs. But really, I'll just say, the Patriots this year were just shit. We had horrible offensive play calling, and it was just, last second field goal for the Finns.
Only been nothing since Brady. I don't know.
I mean, And that's not a wrong fucking statement, man. It's really not. Like I want to defend that. I really do as a Patriots fan and like a hardcore Patriots fan. I want to defend it, but the stats don't back it up. Last year we had a decent season at 10-6, or what was it? 10-7 or something like that. And that's cool, but like I almost felt like that was a lucky. Like we kind of got lucky. You know what I mean? That's what I've been saying. AJ Joe said, "Fuck out of here, Joe." I'm playing. But
Y'all
yeah.
think that, like, do you, as a Patriots fan, like, realistically think that
Yeah.
you could make some moves in this offseason to maybe change your team around? Like, get some good players, bring them on? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Who, like, are there good free agents this offseason?
So I don't know the full free agent list, and that's something I should definitely look at. But I know really the two number one things we need to do is fire Matt Patricia, our offensive coordinator and play caller. Fire our special teams coordinator. Move Joe Judge back to special teams and pick up fucking Bill O'Brien or whatever. Like, just we need a better offensive play call, man. Because I watched every single game this year, 17 games every week, and I swear I watched the exact same plays get played every single game. Like there was no diversity. I think what we need is we need some offensive linemen. So like there's a lot of moves to be made, but it's about like we have a good pick in the draft and it's really just about coaching. You know what I mean?
So, I'm looking at the big board.
Yeah.
Apparently, number one, uh, um, Lamar Jackson is a free agent.
He is a free agent next year. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Brady. Y'all can bring him back, bro. Run it
That's
back.
that's what all the like the light rumors were saying. Like I the only reason, and I'm not even
Jimmy
saying this.
G, snag him
Jimmy
from the
G.
Niners.
I mean, we let go of him to go to the Niners, so.
Oh, dang.
The one thing I'll say with Lamar, because you said hey, he's like the big name there for sure.
Yeah.
Is from what I'm hearing, he's going to the Raiders.
Going to the where?
To the Raiders?
No
Las
way.
Vegas?
This guy clutching is stealing my guy.
Yeah, I swear.
No way.
But yeah, Joe, like you said, like we actually have a good team, and we have a good like. Mac's not a crazy quarterback, but I think Bailey Zappi could be better. So we'll see what training camp does. What we really need to do is coaching. Like we just need to get our coaching staff in shape because holy fuck, this was a bad year. But we can if you want, bro, because I like that was really all it was. I just want to talk about like who made the playoffs. Really talk about the Pats, cause fuck,
Yeah.
that shit's tragic, man.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely talk about off-season moves in an episode maybe after the Super Bowl, cause there's also, that's when we really want to talk about trades and shit. What the fuck? Oh, Chargers Jags this week. Yeah, that's gonna be a good game. That's gonna be a good game for sure.
I got the Jags.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking the Jags too. Fuck it. Like, yo, I want to see these guys go. Okay, we could probably move into our CDL segment, no?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah, because we got a lot to talk about the CDL, man.
Oh,
Somebody join?
Zelly.
Yeah.
Dixon?
What's happening?
Zelly, special guest, Zelly.
Yo, Zell.
I'm fixing my camera shit. 1 second.
Oh, like your cam won't work on this setup.
Oh, so we're okay. We good.
Yeah.
Then. What are y'all saying?
We're just getting into the car segment.
Yeah, our CDL segment.
Bet.
All right, AJ, how do you want to kick it off, man?
I think we just got to start off with the biggest news of today. Huke the Optic, man. We found out, I just saw a Twitter clip. Shotzi said, right, that originally when the rumors of Pred were going around, there was actually no talks for Pred going on. But then they tried to get Alec. So then they basically just chalked it up because that wasn't working and said, fuck it, let's go try and get Pred. And then obviously that didn't work out. And they ended up going with Huke.
I mean, shit, Zell, you want to take the floor off the first one here?
See, this is the issue. First of all, who's leaking all this information? Because I do not believe the damn thing anymore, man. I have trust issues. This is a problem. Like,
there was not a single talk for Pred apparently, originally, and they were fully in for Alec. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it didn't work. And then Shotzi was like, "Yo, let's just go try and get Pred." So apparently, Shotzi was calling the shots for who they were gonna get.
Really?
And in another Twitter clip, Shotzi said that basically the reasoning was for the team change that they didn't really feel like a team.
With Dashi and like the original squad that they had?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
They didn't feel like a team.
Now, I think, bro, like from all the shit I'm hearing is bro, it's the same fucking Bruce problems, bro. Like the guy, like as much as he fries, he just has a shit attitude in the locker room, I guess, quote unquote. You know what I mean?
I could see that, but bro, like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. It was already chalked as soon as they dropped him and so I
Oh, for
decided to run
sure,
it back.
for sure,
It's
for sure.
chalked. I don't know, like, what was going through their heads.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like you can't.
They made a whole big deal about that whole meeting that they had when they were about to chalk it up, like you said, and they had that little, oh yeah, we talked together and we thought we can get through this, da 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 da.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, man, like
You can't drop two guys off a team and expect them to come back with vengeance. Like
yeah, because that's just a morale kill, dude. That's
yeah,
a buzz kill.
yeah.
Which is why I'm so worried about Illy.
I mean, I feel like Illy might be in a different spot, knowing that he didn't get dropped, like
Yeah,
with Dashi,
yeah.
and then
I
he
think
gets Huke with him.
hopefully now, like with his trio back, like that core trio
Yeah.
of Huke, Shotzi, Illy, like I hope it could boost some morale for that team. Because honestly, like one of the biggest things for Optic is honestly just getting fucking chalked early season, and you just have a terrible season after that.
Yeah, I mean,
And like the vibes are always just dead. I don't know.
they were pretty chalked, bro.
I think actually before I get to my actual original point here,
Yeah.
Does Illy have something on Hex or something? Because I love Illy. I love the Canadian. He fries, great IQ, great player, all that, great confidence. But come on, bro. Like I've been saying this for how many years? The nigga gotta go. He's gotta go.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
do you guys think would you guys have taken? I think is the obvious answer to this. Alec over him,
Yes.
or would you rather have had XEO?
No, I'm taking Alec.
Yeah.
I'll take Alec. I'll take Alec for the reasons that AJ kind of outlined in terms of that team's consistency. I think the difference between like a phase and let's say an Optic, for instance, is like they kind of have like phase almost has like the Patriot way, if we want to like analogy like that analogy to football kind of thing. Like they just know how to win.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to be dominating, even though they do tend to dominate. It doesn't have to be dominating. They have the formula to get it done. Period. Close it out. Too many times in Search and Destroy, Optic is up. And then they're up like 2 rounds. And every time I'm watching that, I'm like, yo, we're gonna find a way to sell this opportunity. Like we're just gonna find a way, and we do it every single time. And I think a lot of that is on Illy, not necessarily that because he goes rogue. I mean, Shotzi goes rogue and puts them in weird positions, obviously. But I feel like just that sniper, that whole major one having that sniper, just like I know you're hitting. He was hitting shots, but it wasn't putting them at that advantage.
Yeah,
like they were kind of at a disadvantage with that. And I don't know why they never would have made that change, but I feel like nobody. I don't know if they don't have a backbone to talk to Illy because I feel like Illy can be abrasive. I don't know these people personally, but it seems like could fight back and kind of be defensive when you're like, "Yo, let's do this, let's make this change," and it affect kind of thing. So maybe that's a chemistry thing back to what AJ was saying, but I just feel like it's just they weren't a team. They weren't in it for each other. They were just kind of competing, of course, but yeah, definitely no chemistry there. I could see that.
That team has been chalked since after Major 1 Vanguard, man.
Dude, and honestly, that fucking sucks. I think going into Vanguard and after that first major, I think the sky was the limit for that Optic team if nothing happened.
For sure. I agree.
I think, like, the Illy injury thing, like, having the sub players, I think that will, like, mentally chalked them more than anything and, like, just mentally fucked with them. And, like, not practicing, they fall behind.
Yeah.
They don't know who the fuck they're going to play with. They bring on Pro Loot, and then all of a sudden, Illy's like, yeah, I'm going to play again. And then he's like, actually, no, I can't. Like, it was just an absolute, like, it was the mix, man. They were in the mix.
Yeah, they were dead ass in the mix, bro.
But you guys think Shotzi has started off slow this year, though?
I'm looking.
That's another reason.
I'm looking at stats right now. Yeah, I think. I mean, yeah, 100%. I think he started off way too slow.
What I think just the different tempo in this game.
Yeah.
That's another problem. I think I saw this on the flank. I forgot who was saying this, but it's like not that Scump is necessarily slow because Scump has been frying. Like let's get that out the way.
Big time.
Oh yeah, Scump is elite.
He's elite, but it's just their timings because out here doing Shotsy, whatever it is, and Scump out here doing, and then when it's not a game that is so fast paced like Vanguard, where you can still kind of you don't have to be as aggro as Shotsy or whatever on the map, but you can still kind of get there. Like you can get there, you can make up, you can come as quick, you can help.
No, for sure.
to help and
the pacing has been super off for this Optic team, and we've heard a lot of other people talk about it as well. Just Shotzi plays at such a high pace and high tempo, and like that's one of those things that can be really good if you have the players around you to kind of play off of that. So
Yeah.
you see it with that phase squad too. Zell, Simp, and Abizi. Like Simp and Abe can run fucking wild, and Abizi is kind of a flex AR that can keep up with it.
Yeah.
And then they've had players like Alec or Slasher holding it down in the back, doing what needs to be done on the map.
Yeah.
And that's just like a winning formula right now, I guess, and has been for a minute. Is like you kind of get like a three fast, like just really skilled players, and then one more person to kind of just like do what needs to get done. We see it with Seattle too, actually.
Yeah.
With that Sib, Pred, Mac trio, and then accuracy in the back.
Yeah, I mean, accuracy's out here dropping fucking .7s, but he's got 2 minute 30 seconds.
And he's
on
doing
time,
the
right?
most important shit on the map.
Yeah, so like the game comes down like Call of Duty is always a pacing thing. You know what I mean? And that's the only thing I'll say with this Optic team is I'm not saying like Scump and Shotzi weren't a good sub duo. I just think they had different ideas of pacing, and I think with Huke coming in, it'll just speed up the pace a bit. If I'm being honest with you, so
Yeah,
I actually see it being a good thing because. Yeah, I mean, I think Scump at this point in his career is like he even said it so many times on stream, just talking about like, I want to play AR or like I want to be a look at the cat in the back.
Right.
But like I think even just watching this game, like Scump was playing even as a sub, like almost more like a flex. Like he was playing like he was L triggering a lot more than just getting into the point. So like I think Huke and Shotzi going in there playing like really picking up the pace for them, and then just having Seth and fucking Ender holding down the back line, that's kind of crazy, bro. It could be really good, but it also could be the recipe for disaster. So.
It actually has a lot of potential in this team, especially if Huke starts hitting form again.
Well, that trio, bro, were like, I think their worst placing was what, 3rd and 4th?
Yeah, that was their worst placing.
Yeah, I mean.
It's going to be weird to tell because another thing is, so, AJ even broke down like the phase roster and how the pacing ends up working for them because they have kind of personnel. So if we go back in time, we go back to Modern Warfare 2019 when Dallas Empire won, their strategy was pretty much Crim Clay, you old heads. Yeah, you guys hold lines, you guys anchor, you guys block spawns. And then they knew that even if they got out, like if they got outmatched or if one of their lanes got, taken out or whatever the case may be, they knew that they had some Illy, Huke, or Shotzi on a pinch or something, and then they get spawns, and then you know what I mean? Like it was such a good strategy, and that's 5 still. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is true.
To see just how much Huke's presence, because he does kind of play a little bit more faster paced. He is more of a person that would keep up with Shotzi. So I'm interested in 4s with this game's dynamic. Just like how much his presence is going to increase. That's going to be interesting to see for sure.
I was going to bring that up too, is like just like even the playstyle of MW19, right? Like that was even a faster game with the slide canceling. You know what I mean? So yeah, 100% I agree. Like it's just because this whole game, like even watching FaZe, bro, like their pace is fucked right now too. Honestly, like they don't know what to do. Like you feel like you can play fast and then you just get stuck, because you can't move out of a spawn trap or some shit like that. Like the game is so weird, bro, with the pacing, in my opinion.
Especially for that FaZe duo, like they've played slide canceling games their whole time.
Their whole time in the pro leagues.
This is the first game that they haven't, So, I don't think FaZe will have any problems going on. I think that's just something that they're gonna figure out. I liked what I saw from Simp actually going like this first major.
Yeah,
he seemed like he was getting acquainted with the movement in this game a little bit more dolphin diving that he was utilizing in those situations to kind of retreat.
100%.
I think that's just something like an adjustment that every player is gonna have to make. I don't think it's anything to be worried about, honestly.
No, I agree. I mean, what were you gonna say though?
No, I was saying agreed.
Yeah. Let's move on to another point here. I want to bring one thing up, and it's just talking about Bruce. Like, do we see Bruce getting picked up or no?
Cause I've heard it's not likely right now.
No, that's what I heard too.
And that he might just have to prove himself again, which is crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
So when you hear this, is it because like it's unlikely because he still got a little bit of contract stuff attached to him because of that Bruce thing moniker that he has around him about like his showing up late in practice?
Attitude and shit.
I think that could be it on it. I think that him proving himself is not necessarily can he fry? Can he shoot straight? Can he move? I don't think it's that. I think it's more, does he still have the passion for the game? Can he still show up, give his all,
Yeah, be a
show up
teammate.
early to practice, be a good teammate,
Yeah.
and like all of those kind of more like I don't know, intangible elements of a player. Like I think it's more that improving that he still has those as a player
Right.
rather than can he fry in a match.
No, for sure. Like
I just want to quickly just say before you go, New.
yeah, of course.
AJ used the word intangible. They're actually teaching you some shit over at Third, right? That was a great word. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, they didn't teach me that shit, bro. I learned that shit from sports, no bullshit.
Dashy to face Bone said.
No.
No,
I'm outside as fuck.
that's
Anyway, go
fucking
on.
funny as shit. No, I was gonna say the thing with Dashy, bro, is all those other things you guys said is true as well. I think one thing that nobody's saying though is there's no place for him in the CDL right now, man. There really isn't. Like if you look at every team, you could send him to Florida for Major Maniac, right? But like when you look at Paris, people keep saying Paris, so you're gonna drop Clay or Temp. They probably just dropped. I know Temp got a bag. There's no way Clay didn't get a bag. So like, and then go look around the league, right?
Yeah.
LAG,
Let's
Alex
go through the rosters. Let's go through the rosters.
I'm with that. Do you want to pull them up or you want me to?
Do you have them? I don't.
I
have
can
them
pull them
right
up
now.
right now. I got you.
I mean, I'm gonna pull them up just in case,
For sure.
so I could actually see a visual of them. But
of course. Okay. What the fuck?
Oh, I found them as well.
Did you just?
I don't know if this is updated.
Or did you guys just? Did you gotta get them from the website? Like the normal one?
No, I went to. Oh, I guess I could just go to the website.
You can go to Potty Sports Fandom.
Cody
Like
Sport?
if you Google CDL roster.
Yeah. It doesn't have the Dashy and Huke trade yet, though. Or the.
Oh yeah.
That's fine.
We know.
You said
right?
fandom? Okay, bet.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay. So FaZe obviously like yeah, sure, I would
No.
love, but no, okay. Boston, you could make the argument, but no.
I don't
Like-
think so. I think, especially that AR spot in Boston,
Yeah,
that's probably their best spot on that team.
I agree.
Is their AR spot, especially the flex with Big Wake. I think that's their best player.
I agree.
Is there a universe where he might replace Slasher?
See, now that's what I was gonna say. I don't know.
think the contracts would match up for FaZe.
That is true.
As big of a brand and org as FaZe is, I don't know exactly, but I feel like they don't blow a bag on their CDL roster.
Well, the thing about it is the reason why I don't think that's true is because they've won so fucking much that they have money. So even if they're not making as much as like an Optic sense and like their promos and stuff, these guys have won how many tournaments, and if they're not winning them, they're second. So like they're still walking away with like 120 grand. So yeah, they definitely put bags down.
Simp, Abe, and Cell are already hella expensive players.
Yeah, exactly. And Slasher is too.
Dashy is on that same level, and yeah, Slasher is too. Honestly, they probably threw him like a good bag.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, I would love for that to be a thing. I just don't see it happening. Maybe not now. Maybe down the line.
I also don't think we heard it in the off season. Yeah. The reason that they got Slasher and that they wanted and that they were having problems with Alec wasn't like kills or like frying and skill.
Right.
It was once again those intangibles of like IGLing.
Yeah.
And I don't think Dashy fills that spot, which is what they need.
Yeah. And I think Slasher can kind of do that. I don't think he's been doing it well right now, but he's definitely between Slasher and Dashy.
You gotta get used to it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a whole different team. He hasn't really played with a team like this in a while. So looking down the
I've heard
line,
talks for Florida.
See, now that's the only team I could see.
Florida have a bad major too.
That's the only team I could see it right now, if I'm being honest.
Is Florida a big market? How big is their org?
They have a pretty good market actually. They have I think whoever owns them is actually pretty big. Like
I'd be willing to. I don't really know their org background here.
Misfits Gaming.
Yeah,
Misfits.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, I could see Florida would make sense.
And I'm just looking at the rosters, right? And like, you know, like you could maybe say Surge and take accuracy out, but he's the reason that team's been good. Like obviously the talent from Sib, Pred, and Mac is there, but like if you didn't have an IGL like accuracy there, I feel like Sib and Pred would beat each other's throat all the fucking time.
Do you think maybe they move, like if you had a situation in New York where you take Priest out, replace him for Dachi, move like Kismet over to like a flex or some shit like that? Maybe?
See, I would
or like an SMG or whatever.
if they started tanking, but the way they played, Priesta was. I'm pretty sure if
they're
I'm
not
not.
making any changes after
Yeah,
winning a major.
yeah. There's. Let me see this though, because I'm pretty sure Priesta
And
has like top KD right now up there. Oh
the
no, I'm tripping.
CDL might be getting a fucking Boston Celtics effect, man. Because one of the things kind of being thought about, right, is that we saw it last year. LA Thieves were pretty shit for almost the entire year, right? And
Yeah.
then near the end, they brought it back. And that's the same thing that the Boston Celtics did, right? So,
Right.
do you think that other teams might be looking at that year and saying, "Oh, well, if they like turn shit around for them, why can't we do that? Why don't we stick it out?" Type shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
That is true. I also just believe that like that LAT team was they were built for that, I feel like, in a way. Cuz you have a veteran in Octane. You got Kenny Envoy, obviously veterans too. Octane more like I'd say like IGL kind of thing. Kenny Envoy, veterans, and they've already been criticized a lot. Like they've already had people stone him in the past for Kenny in the sense of like YYing and shit that he does,
Yeah.
and Envoy and maybe like his inconsistencies when he was on Optic and stuff like that and whatever. Um, and then you have Draza, who's confident. Like as much as I don't really like the dude, confidence through the roof.
Yeah.
So they played. I feel like they were able to like they kind of like forged themselves in the fire like that, and with their temperaments and their personalities, it was like meant to be for them to kind of eat shit first,
Okay.
but figure it out essentially. If you get what I'm saying,
No, I see.
like if you were to put let's say like let's if we were to put this the Boston Breach in that same situation, I do not no they ain't winning worlds.
No.
With the start that LA had last season, they're not doing it.
Yeah.
They're not doing it. Vivid is not gonna snap. Sorry, Reese.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No.
Reese.
But you're
I
right,
agree.
bro. Like they don't like. Yeah, they just don't have the foundation, man. Like some of these teams, but
And then
I
you
don't
have
know.
Nate Shot, you know what I mean, who's also a world champion in his own right. And obviously he's probably not like super involved. I'm sure he allows his coaching staff to get, to get busy or whatnot, JCap to get busy. But at the same time, he's still probably, motivating the guys. He's still watching and he still has a high IQ. He still probably has some sort of a say
Yeah.
too. So you have more
Yeah.
of that organization as a whole. I feel like it's just it's not necessarily like not to discredit what they've done because that's very difficult to start off slow and then to pick up steam down the stretch.
Yeah.
But they did have the players to do that. In fact, I would argue they shouldn't have even have started off slow to fucking begin with. Like they had a team, they had a squad.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, like you said it there too. Like even coaching staff wise, like they have two-time world champion JCap, bro. Like they have all the pieces, and I don't like you said. Like there's few teams on this 12-team list that have that foundation. Truthfully, like full and full through. So yeah, I don't know.
So conspiracy theory, Hex is actually Ime Udoka, and Illy knows it, and that's how Illy's staying on this team.
You're crazy, man.
Am I gonna be the black sheep of the club community now?
How do you guys feel about Paul?
Paul Switch? I thought that was
being benched.
Stupid early, if I'm being honest.
Hey, Bones?
Big Boner Jones.
Yeah, I think Paul being benched, like, I think that's fucking fugazi.
It is fucking fugazi.
And now, now you see he's literally taking a step back.
Yeah, he's taking a break. Like, he's still going to be their sub, and if they need something, but, like, he's not even going to compete in challengers, so why would they bring him back? They'll just sign somebody else.
I don't know, man. It's honestly crazy.
I wanted to bring up the LAG roster. Like, do we think that roster and those switch is going to be something? Because I truthfully think so. I actually think with the way that AM team was playing at the Pro-Am, like, with Alec
yeah, I'll believe when I see it, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. But, like, that's the thing. I think it'll be better than fucking Neptune and Spark, in my opinion. So,
dude,
I think they shouldn't have got rid of Huke. But
I've been advocating for Neptune since he got in the league, man. Y'all know this. Y'all know that I've been rocking with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, he hasn't really shown too much. But the thing is like, when you think about it, there's just a huge skill gap between challengers and CDO. Because even Nep, I believe that before he was on Florida in Cold War, he was frying in challengers. No, am I wrong?
Yeah, no, he was frying in challengers.
So then he comes in and like gets shit on. So hopefully that same shit doesn't happen, and hopefully these guys are different, just a different breed.
Yeah.
I have heard a lot of people really upset that Diamond Con didn't get picked up. Now I don't watch Challengers, but apparently Diamond Con was playing really good down
He
in
was the
Challengers.
MVP of the champs, like their little land champs or whatever. I don't know what to call it. The major one for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was dropping like a 1.2 the entire cup. So
it's actually crazy.
Yeah, I mean, but like the thing with that is you can't really pick him up. Like you can't drop Arcides. Like you can't put him to the bench, right? And Assault is like already has experience in the league. And I guess Diamond
Especially
kind of does.
When you consider how much they probably spent on Alec.
That bro, 3-year contract. That must be a pretty decent contract, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Do you guys think Optic is gonna like?
3 years from
you guys think obviously it'll rely on how good they do this year. But you guys think that you see that team back next year? Obviously minus Scump. But do you think that core, the XEO core, is gonna stick together through next year too, or what?
Bro, if they play
we've got
good,
big free agents this year.
Yeah, if they play good, I don't see why not, because that's just like I don't know. That's what's his name? Fucking Hastro fucking loves all three of them.
Yeah.
Rambo coached all three of them. And I think that just comes down to picking up like a flex. And there's gonna be so many free agents that I think that might be a play. But
Pred to Optic looks super likely this upcoming year.
That's what people are saying.
Because we literally the clip. He's very disappointed. You can tell.
Yeah.
By the fact that he didn't get put to Optic.
Yeah.
So like you can see, like he was literally like, yeah, everything that could have been done was done, and it just didn't happen, type shit.
Right.
So I don't know. I think that could be super likely. Which in that case, like, what do you do with that team? So let's say this core 3 of XEO plus Pred. Who's running the flex for you?
Honestly, I'd say let's go big. Let's go big. Let's get rid of Illy.
Word. I would see. I'd be on the same shit. I would be get rid of Illy and sign some sign Sib. Yeah.
Or even something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're saying like pick up Sib and Pred?
Yeah, I would be on that same shit.
Well, because Pred's free agent, right?
I think
Pred is going to be free agent. Yeah, all of Seattle is free agent.
His fate, assuming that teams can afford him or whatever, right? So he negotiates that up, and they can for sure. So they'll pick him up. So that's a freebie because that's him. He's choosing it, and it kind of seems like he does want to play, as AJ had pointed out. And then all it is I would personally drop Illy. Like I don't want to hate him, but I think
honestly,
too much. Out of all the other players, get him too much.
I was saying wipe that whole team, keep Shotzzy, and like build around Shotzzy. So you go out, you throw a bag at Pred, try and pick up a Sib, and then whoever the fuck else you can get to hold it down.
See, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I can back that.
But then I guess, I would say that too, because if you have a team with Huke, Shotzzy, Pred, Sib, or something like that, you'd have to also consider IGLing, and I don't really see any of those guys being like a real that guy.
Yeah, like stepping to the plate and doing it. Yeah, for real.
Right.
For real.
I agree with getting rid, just chalking the whole thing, keep Shotzzy, and just rebuild off of him, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think getting rid of Shotzzy would be the worst idea. So yeah, keeping him and building around it, I could totally.
No, I think Shotzzy is the face of Optic for the next few years if he keeps it up.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, what if you mentioned that it was pretty much like this whole roster mania chapter, he was in the mix, like he was probably one of the most important voices.
That's what AJ was saying.
Yeah.
So
he said it on his stream. So like.
Okay, so there you go. I think it's pretty clear that Optic is trying to. Perhaps they actually are probably going to chalk this team. Maybe just try to drive this season out, try to make something special, I guess. At the end.
I also don't think they are trying to chalk this team. I almost would say that they're giving too much to try and make this team good, just because it's Scump's last season.
Oh no, like I mean in terms of going into next season. Sorry, but yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I hope they chalk this team. Truthfully, I think they can do a lot better for an Optic roster.
Yeah.
Like it's not like Optic doesn't have the money. Optic probably the biggest CDL brand, especially in terms of how much they invest in their COD team.
Yeah, exactly.
Biggest in terms of marketing.
Yeah.
So, like, sponsorships, all the eyes are on Optic always. If you join Optic, you're getting 15,000 plus followers the first day.
Yeah. No,
Like it's insane. And like even when the roster mania stuff was going on with Pred and people thought he was going to join Optic,
yeah,
his streams were doing numbers, man.
they were doing.
In fact, you could probably even check that on the statistics too. Like it'll probably be like a huge, like consistent, and it's like giant spike.
Yeah.
Oh, probably.
Kicked off or whatever.
For real.
What is Bones just spectating or something?
I don't even know what Bones is.
Oh no.
Zelly, you have a little bit of an echo.
Bro.
Oh, let me try something. 1 second.
Yo, do you think Optic shouldn't build like their next dynasty by getting like Pred and Zib?
I think they should.
Yeah, I think that's the best move, bro.
I think Shotzi,
better?
Pred, Sib.
Yeah,
it's good
bro.
now.
I bet.
I think Shotzi, Pred, Sib +1. Probably another, like, I would probably want another IGL type shit. Would be good.
Another IG, yeah. I think this is the one chance you get, man. Like, I think if Optic doesn't cash out this year, like, they're gonna be fucked because all these free agents that we're talking about right now are gonna get picked up on.
Huge off season.
Everybody's gonna get
like,
picked up on 3 years. So
everybody is almost a free agent. Like that whole FaZe squad, that whole Seattle squad.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's
like,
insane.
It's if Optic wants to make a push for a squad that's gonna be like for the next couple years, they got to do it in this off season, or else they're gonna. Optic fans are gonna be Optic fans, man. Yeah, exactly. They're gonna be.
They're gonna have to buy somebody out in the next 2 years, and then waste all their money.
Exactly.
Said what Pred's bio was or
no?
No, I don't think that got released.
No, it didn't. Shotzi was trolling and said 2 million, but yeah, that shit was not 2 million. But it was going to be the biggest in CDL history. So take that how you want it. Obviously, we don't know how big the other trades or deals have been, but biggest in CDL history has got to mean something. Something I want to bring up real quick is, do you guys think every major should be ran like pro-ams? Yeah, like having those amateur teams in and like making pools with those teams.
I like that.
And letting the AMs play, like the top 4 AM teams.
See, I like that, but I think the reason why I like that is because I like having more teams in the mix, more games, more upsets. So I think, like, yeah, the pro-am's cool because it gives like more showcase to the amateurs. But if I'm being honest, I just think they gotta expand. You know what I mean? And then to me, that's all it is. Like, I think the only reason why I like the pro-am so much is you get to see all these players and challengers that are, ex-pros or like on the way up and they're on the teams. I think that gets fixed with a 4-team expansion. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
We need an expansion soon. I'm gonna be honest.
Bad, bro. There's so many players not playing.
I would agree with that too, because like just having more teams and like you're saying, it's been long overdue. Like we need to go back to like CWL days where it was like made like big brackets. You know what I mean? Like those are the times. A lot more car to watch, whatever. But
I think the pros much prefer how it is now.
And you know what? All fairness to them, just as I guess from a fan's perspective.
That's the thing,
right?
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
But at the end of the day, I feel like it's for the fans. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right. My thing is, it just kind of would suck. Like, and you could take this one of two ways. If you lose to a challengers team, like, is it like you're a pro, you're a pro team, so you shouldn't be losing to a challengers team anyways, regardless. So you could like be on that side of the spectrum, like it's unacceptable, like you cannot be losing. Or you could take it from the sense like if you do lose, it's like did you just wake up on the wrong side of the bed that day? Like like something just you know what I'm saying? And it would really suck if pro teams were going at it, going hard, trying to get their seedings, playing pro teams to get their seedings and their placements and stuff for when it gets to like bracket play and all that stuff. And then, they just have a bad round or whatever it is. Yeah. A bad match to a challengers team that, is just kind of feeling it. And they might have a new meta, whatever the case may be.
With that, 100%. Like how it is now is just like they make pools of like 3 pro teams, 1 AM team. And then there's like 4 of those, right?
Right.
And then everybody plays everybody in that pool. And then it's based off of records, decides seeding for the next shit.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess it is balanced out like in that case. I'm just saying in terms of just like, I don't know, it kind of suck to have your hard work stolen like down the stretch.
Yeah.
Say.
Yeah. And I
have it stolen by an AM team.
I'm gonna tack onto that because like I agree with that, and I'm thinking on the AM side too. Like if imagine like every tournament's like that, and you somehow go like 4 for 4 and you win all 4, but because you're an AM team, you can't play in champs. Like it's kind of like what I mean, like.
Right.
That would suck too. Like, you see this team dominate the CDL pretty much. They're only going to the lands, and then champs come around. It's like we don't want to see, we want to see whatever. And let's say Elevate, that one British team. It's like they were frying every land, so why can't they come to champs? So yeah, I guess like it makes it a problem. I think 1 or 2 a season's cool though. I think like maybe start the season and like maybe mid season. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's still like a good opportunity for the AM teams. If you dominate everybody in the CDL all the way up until champs, you can be pretty sure that your team is gonna get picked up.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
But that's the thing. It's not necessarily a question of getting picked up. I'm not gonna lie. The way Call of Duty's been, it's not really been a hot commodity from a business standpoint. It's like the CDL at least.
Yeah.
If I have $25 million, I'm probably not gonna invest in a team for Call of Duty.
No,
especially the way that it's been run.
Especially the state, yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible.
They
have done absolutely nothing for the league.
Nothing, right? Like you're pretty much like, how can you really expect a good ROI when the people that you're giving your money to are pretty much sitting on it and not doing shit, like you're saying, right? So, I think that would be more where the problem would lie. But I do like that train of thought because it does highlight some of these guys that are really talented. And another thing about COD, it's not like football or basketball or whatever, where everybody at the amateur scene or at the beginner stages, let's say, are just they're just younger. They're just in college. They're in high school. They're whatever. Like some of these guys are ex-pros. Some of these guys won world championships in the past before. They can still kind of play, maybe just not these current games, or maybe the competition has just gotten a little bit better, or whatever the case may be, or they weren't in the right situation. Even in the case of like somebody like a Parasite who kind of just got like blacklisted from the league.
Yeah,
some of these guys can still fry.
Yeah.
And so it does give them a good opportunity to not only get some of those guys kind of back into the scene and have some of those like nostalgia moments as a fan, but also just to like bring up that next generation of talent as well. Like I think it's a good idea. I would say more so like a all-star weekend kind of thing is when they really should definitely have the pro-am teams joining.
That's actually not a bad idea.
You think we're gonna bring it back, All-Star Weekend?
I think they should. I thought
they haven't done it as crazy since MW.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought it was cool, like the 1v1s and shit. I was like,
that was fire.
Yeah.
Didn't they
that was fun.
Cold War? Like
yeah, they did in Cold War.
Yeah. It was terrible.
It was shit though because it was
the Warzone thing too, right? But was that for MW?
Warzone was for MW, yeah.
Yeah, was that for the All-Star thing, or was that just a separate Warzone event with the pros? Do you guys
remember? It was for All-Star.
I think it was the All-Star thing, if I'm not, because I remember watching a video on it just a little bit ago.
Shout out to Dallas Empire, Rambo Ray with the truck. He got that W. I remember that. That was sick.
I think that like the 4v4 thing could have been cool.
You saying the 5v5, or do you mean is that what you meant?
Like the one that they did in Cold War.
Oh, you're talking All-Star. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think that could have been cool. But it just wasn't.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
That they have for that?
It's got to be LAN, bro. Like that would be fun to see. Like you go on LAN and you get to see all these guys get together and talk shit and just have fun, like it's Pro 8s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when it's online,
or maybe how about an idea like this? So the fans vote in. Kind of like the NBA or like the NFL, where you vote in and you have a certain amount of players.
Yeah.
And then what they could do with COD is then they could have like, let's say like the top, I don't know, 8 or whatever of the players that were voted in that order, or like in order of how many votes they got or whatever, however you want to measure it.
Yeah.
Like the top 8 or whatever, or top 6, let's say. Those are the captains. And they do like a little draft. Those are the teams, and they have like a little tournament or something. You know what I mean?
Because I think all they've done is 2 teams. No, like it's literally just.
Did they do 2 teams in Cold War? Or did they do 4? And then I think it was like
4
they did like semifinals into finals. I think kind of thing.
How did they split up the teams? Did they do captains?
I think they did voting, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember exactly, if I'm being honest.
Just voting, and then like numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Some shit like that.
Some shit like that, or like every other one.
Yeah.
So like one.
I think captains would be a good idea. Like doing like how the NBA does it and shit. I think that would be good.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think that it would actually be more effective than the NBA because it's like this is more engaging with the fans. Like I feel like the fans feel more personal with Call of Duty players, and so like just having them interact and kind of building their dream team, so to speak, too. Like, oh, I'm interested in who Scump would want to team up with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Given that he has the choices in front of him, kind of thing. Oh, that's cool. He wants to. He chose Krim. Whoa, what's going on here? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can have some really cool moments in that situation. I know Krim's retired, but just
Yeah.
No, I feel you. I think that would be fire. I think like every time like LeBron is a captain and he picks Steph, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, man, this is what we could have been getting the past decade."
Yes.
And it just like everybody talks about it for a little bit. And then like remember was it Steph who had the lob to Giannis and then because of that people were talking about Giannis to the Warriors and shit.
Shit like
Like
that.
it
Like
can
that's
just create
crazy.
a lot of media within the scene.
That's fucking
NBA
funny.
fans are so stupid, man.
Yeah,
They-
because
Catch
literally
one
it was
lob.
like the
Oh,
bounce
yeah.
pass lob
Yeah,
where
they're
it
like,
like went all the
no,
way up.
it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then
We-
he was like, "Yeah, I'm signing an extension with the Bucks."
Motherfuckers like, oh, they lied. Okay, I got 2 questions I want to ask. And I'll ask them in order. So, which CDL player do you think is gonna have a breakout year this year, and what player do you think is gonna fall off?
We can go in order. We can do like one person can decide to. Zell, go first.
Damn. Put the man on spot. Okay. So who's gonna have a breakout year? Newl1fe. You know what? I think you really convinced me. Oh. Because I'm caught between Priesta
Yeah,
and I already feel like he's already had a breakout year considering that
Yeah.
it's his debut, but Scrap.
Scrappy. Yeah.
Yeah, those were
Yeah.
both of my safe picks.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's what I
say,
was saying.
and I was gonna. Oh, go ahead. Actually, no, you're right. Do this in order. My fault.
I didn't want to say Priesta though, just for the main fact that like I feel like yeah, as you said, I feel like he has already had a breakout year.
Yeah,
Like I feel like no matter what, this year for him especially is already considered a dub. Like he's come out, he's shown that he can still compete at a high level,
yeah,
and he's back to doing what he used to be doing. So for me, he's already had a breakout year, which is why I wouldn't like. That's why I didn't pick him.
for sure, for sure.
What do you think for falling off? So
Oh man. Golly. I as much as I really don't want to say this,
shit.
even though
Oh.
people have been like I've been telling people about this, but we might like Illy, you're on the clock,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah,
You're on the
Yeah.
clock. You're on
Yeah.
the chopping block, man.
no,
Time's
100%.
ticking. That's all I have
100%.
to say.
I agree with that. Okay,
alright,
yo,
Bones?
yeah, I was gonna say Bones next.
I think for breakout, I'll probably go to Priesta.
Priesta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Safe
And
pick.
then you said for what the fall off?
Falling off.
Have to go Bruce.
Bruce?
Bruce.
I guess that is a good pick.
Hey, but yeah,
'Cause-
when you say falling off, are you just kind of saying like in terms
Like
of
not
their
playing
level
good,
of
or-
like competition, or in terms of just like I
Mm.
guess the whole
I guess
like-
like
thing around them?
Go
you
ahead,
know?
AJ.
Like
I feel like them like just their own like skill wise and like
okay,
so let's say Bruce goes from a 1.2, 1.5, whatever the fuck he drops to like a 0.8. Then he fell off.
to be
And
honest,
like
I would
he just
actually
does that
agree
for the
with
whole
Bones.
year.
I could agree with Bones then, because he
Yeah.
hasn't really been like he's still frying. Bruce is don't get it twisted, y'all.
Oh, he's
Bruce
still-
can,
yeah.
he's elite, but he's what he did in
Oh, yeah,
Vanguard. I'm
Vanguard,
like, this is
yeah.
not like this is not the same guy. So I agree with you, Bones. That's a
Yeah.
good pick.
AJ,
You want to
got
go
it?
next or
You
me?
got it. You got it.
Okay, all right. So I don't want to be basic with my picks here. So
Hey.
for breakout year, right?
Yeah.
I think I don't know. Let me know how y'all feel about this. I can change it if y'all think that like he already had a breakout year last year type shit. I think Afro could go for even more this year.
Afro.
Ooh.
That's-
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's completely based on how that fucking Minnesota team bounces back in this next stage.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Like I feel like he
Um,
could maybe play good, but like if his team's not helping him out, then obviously.
Or my other pick for breakout. This might be a little bit controversial depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
Standy.
Standy?
Okay.
I can see
Okay.
that, bro.
I think
Okay.
Standy. I think he's in a little bit better of a situation for himself now.
Yeah.
And he's not asked to do as much as he was on that one team.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that once he starts feeling a little bit more comfortable with this Toronto team, he can really get some things going for him.
Okay.
Okay.
For falling off. Let's see here.
Gotta pick some Fagay's name on.
What?
That's
Bro.
crazy.
I think. I think. Man, do I say it? I think Abe.
Abe?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean
I
that's
think
not
Abe
that's not bad.
is gonna play like I don't think this game is gonna suit him as well. Obviously, as I said, like he'll figure it out. But I don't think he'll ever be as good as he has been these past few years with side cancel games and just on Cold War and everything.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So I think in that sense, he's not gonna play at that same standard that he could be.
Mhm. I
He's
see
gonna
what
That's
you
play
mean.
like
solid.
Simp from Vanguard, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
still like he's a good sub. Like he's he'll get it
Yeah.
done, but he's not nearly as good as he was in Cold War or
No.
Vanguard. Like this
Right.
guy Abe was fantastic both of those
Yeah,
games,
he
but I think
was.
he's just not gonna be able to keep that up this year.
No, I hear what you're saying. Um.
All right, Nui.
Okay. So for breakout player, I think I I kind of have two here. I guess I was gonna say Scrap for sure. I think this kid's just gonna come out and fry all year. I mean, come on, man. This guy is disgusting, and he proved it. He was the first 40 bomb, right? He dropped the first 40
Yeah,
bomb, and
yeah,
on land.
yeah.
Like, come on.
That's a good
But I
pick.
was gonna say the second guy maybe, but it's kind of tough because he only played half the season. But I was gonna say the Bulldog, bro. I think this guy's gonna fucking do something this year, bro. And he's
I
gonna
think
be an
so.
unsung hero for real.
Yeah, I think he really came into that Vanguard season and switched up the team for him.
Well, even watching
Um,
like that whole major, bro, like watching their teams,
yeah,
like this guy is actually so good. Like he's just, I don't know, bro. He's diving spawns, picking up 2 kills, dying, flipping them out, getting the next point, diving out, getting 3. Like it's kind of crazy, bro.
for
The guy
sure.
plays really good. But for falling off, I don't know, man. Like I was gonna say Arcides, but I guess he kind of already fell off a bit last year. So
I think Arcides is still good enough of a pick for fall off.
yeah, I think he's gonna have a fall off year if I'm being
The
honest.
start part, I don't know. Something in me feels like he's gonna start just frying.
Just something stupid, right? Like vengeance frying.
Yeah. Yeah. Something. I don't know.
So
Man.
no, I
don't
feel that
know.
too. I feel that too. But I also just think like, I don't know, man. Like, that's a good shout. I just still think he's gonna fall off, bro.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
for
know.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. No, I hear you.
Um.
I mean, at least the way that it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, right? And as we're talking, we've only watched one split, right? So like,
Right.
it is hard to make a lot of big assumptions off of one split. But I mean, we got some big moves already. So
True.
okay,
Did y'all do that all-time draft yet?
I think we're gonna save
I
that for another
just
show, right?
texted Nui about it. I just asked him if he wants to do it today or if we want to wait. Because my thing for waiting was like I wanted to wait till we had more people. But this is probably like the most we're gonna have for that. So it's up
Yeah.
to you.
I was thinking even if we save the all-time draft for like next week or something and just do our predictions for next week's
Yeah.
matches. If y'all are
like
down,
that,
I don't know.
like that. I like
Oh,
that. I
yeah, I'm
like
down.
that.
Okay, I'll pull up the
Yeah,
matches here.
bro.
Hold on.
For what?
Oh shit, I just changed the scene.
Dang.
For
My bad.
CDL or?
Yeah, CDL, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so Friday we're kicking off with London, Toronto. I got Ultra. I got
Yeah,
Ultra
I
3-0.
got Toronto. Yeah, I got it 3-1.
You got
I'm gonna go
3-1?
London.
Hey,
said
we should have made
London?
like a. We should have made like a. I guess we're gonna have this on live, so we're gonna have this on record.
Yeah.
But next time, let's make like a spreadsheet or something.
I was
so
about
that
to say.
we can tally up points, and then at
Yeah.
the end of the season, we'll be
Oh,
like,
we should do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
see?
Oh, I'm
Yo.
gonna get
They
on
got
that.
Tank back, man. They got Tank back.
Okay, so yeah, I got 3-0.
Okay.
I think everybody else besides Bones, do you guys got 3-0 Toronto, or do you guys got them catching them out?
versus London.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll go 3-1.
3-1.
I'll go 3-1.
Scraps is coming back. Watch.
Yeah, I
AJ,
got 3-1 as well.
Are you putting up a thing right now, or should I just say fuck it, keep going?
Should we do like a Google Doc or like a Google Sheets, or how should we do this?
However you want to tally it, really. It's just so we have record of
Okay, I'm gonna make a Google Doc.
who had one or whatever.
You can keep on going though. I'll get this.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then we got after that we got Breach and Rocker. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I see
I
this
had
one going
Rocker.
map 5 Rocker.
Yeah. Yeah, I have Rocker 3-2.
You know what? I believe in methods. Zenny,
Okay.
you're gonna come up for me,
Okay.
so I'm gonna go with Boston Breach,
Okay.
and it's gonna be a 3-2 affair.
I think that's going map 5 no matter what, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Bones?
I'll go Rocker.
Rocker?
3-1. 3-1.
Okay, bet. Then after that, we got the Surge Legion. I'm going to go off right off rip, and I'm going to say because of the little bit of turmoil with maybe Pred kind of wanting to leave Seattle, I'm taking Legion, map 5, round 11.
Oh.
Yeah.
If Clay can get it in their ear.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Get in their ear.
Yes, sir.
I think y'all are faded. It's 3-1 Seattle.
It's 3-1 Seattle? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I really just want to say I'm uncoachable.
Yes.
But I'd have to go with Seattle, too. That team is frying, man.
Yeah. Do you guys got your map counts? What do you guys think?
3-1 Seattle.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with H. 3-1.
Yeah, all 3-1s? Okay. Hey, man. Round 11. Clay's going to, hit the two-piece.
Actually, no, I'll go 3-2. I'll go 3-2.
3-2?
Yeah, that Legion kind of squad, they have a weird thing about kind of creeping back into games somehow or being in the mix.
Yeah,
shout out to the mix.
Yeah, shout out to the mix. Yeah.
Shout out to the mix.
Okay, then we got, after that map, we got Gorillas, Florida on Saturday. First map of Saturday, or game.
Gorillas in Florida?
Yeah.
I have LAG 3, probably a 3-1.
3-1?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only pick I'm not sure about.
Florida. You got Florida?
Yeah.
What you got him on? Okay.
3-1, yeah.
I'm gonna take LAG with this one too. I'm gonna go 3-2. I think it's gonna be a little closer.
Okay. I'm gonna take Florida as well, and I'm gonna say probably 3-2 Florida. And I think they might
I can't argue with that.
Yeah, I think they might come through and smoke them in the map 5 though. But yeah, 3-2.
Yeah, I'm actually that's a prediction just based off of just like me giving them faith.
Yeah, dead ass. Like let's hope the roster, right? Like,
I don't
think
know,
they got it.
like
I think this team is gonna come in and really start frying right off the rip. To be honest,
I think they are nice, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Okay. Then after that, second game of Saturday, we got Minnesota versus London. I'm taking Minnesota.
I got Minnesota.
Sweep.
Yeah.
I think we all agree to that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got yeah, probably 3-0.
That's I'd say so too.
Yeah.
I mean, 3-1.
You got him 3-1?
Yeah, because Asim's still frying.
He's still him though. He is. I can't disagree with that.
What do you got, Bones? What's your map count?
3-1. I said Rocker, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We got map 3 of the day. We got Seattle FaZe.
I got Seattle game 5.
Game 5? I got it the opposite. Game 5. I got FaZe game 5.
We always do good against them online for some reason.
And then we can't get a fucking win online, but
I'm gonna go with FaZe on this one. FaZe on this one. It's gonna go to map 5.
Yeah, I think this is the 3-2.
I'm done.
Either way that goes, I think it's gonna go to map 5.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Okay, then the last game of Saturday we got, and I think this one's gonna be a banger, bro. New York versus the Thieves.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I got New York coming out hot 3-0 in them, bro.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got 3-1 New York.
3-1?
I'll go 3-2 New York.
I'm with Bones. 3-2 New York.
3-2 New York? I like that. Okay. All right, now we start the last day of the first week of the split. First map of the day, Toronto, Florida.
I got Toronto 3-0.
Yeah, I'm with that, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Toronto's coming out just frying these dudes, bro.
They get Nesload, I don't know.
Imagine they get Nesload. If that's the scary thing. They could get Nesload, but no, I don't think so.
3-0.
I don't think. I'd say the most I see is maybe Florida taking a search, taking the second search or first search. Okay, second map. Wait, did we get all our map predictions for that one?
Yeah, it was 3-0 everyone.
Yeah. Okay, next map. We got Optic, Texas, and the Boston Breach.
I got 3-1 Optic.
I got 3-1 Optic too, actually.
Fuck. I'm gonna go 3-2, and I feel like Search Search.
Yeah.
It's got. I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna take them a little bit of time. We'll see. Can't tell the future. But Search is such a sweet game.
I think they just started scrimming today.
Yeah.
Oh, see,
team,
so yeah, and like you're saying, they're a little bit behind too, right? So I'm gonna go 3-2. They're gonna give up a Search and put them.
What
in
do
a
you
position.
say, Bones and Newl1fe?
I got
3-2 Boston.
I got 3-1 Optic.
No, Optic, yeah, Bones.
Oh, I chose
He chose Boston.
Yeah.
You said you got 3-2 Optic, Newl1fe?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, I got 3-1 Optic.
Oh, okay, bet. Same thing. All right.
All right. And the last map, which is actually kind of fire, Battle of LA.
Battle of
Gorillas
LA.
and
Man.
Thieves.
That's a. Ooh, man, that's hard actually.
I really don't know. I'm gonna take.
I'm gonna say 3-1 LAT.
I'm gonna say map 5 LAT.
Ooh.
3-2.
Map 5 LAG.
Map 5 LAT.
Yeah, I mean, my thing with LAG is like, I think they're gonna come back like after their first map of the week and be like, no, we got a lot of things to work on, and they'll play better. I just don't think they'll get the win off of LAT.
Fair.
Yeah.
So I just need to get everybody's first. So let's just recap real quick.
Yeah.
So Toronto and London.
Yep.
What did we all say?
3-0.
You said Toronto. I said 3. Yeah, 3-0. 3-0 Toronto, London. 3-0.
I think, and then I think, what did you say, Bones? 3-1 London.
3-2
Okay.
For Toronto or London?
London.
Dang. Newl, you said what?
I said 3-0 Toronto.
Dang, 3-0, huh? You don't think the tank is gonna make that big of a difference?
I forgot the tanks in there. No, I don't think so. No.
All right, Boston and Minnesota.
I said
3-2.
I said Boston. 3-2.
Boston 3-2. What did you say, Bones?
Minnesota 3-2.
Man, 3-2. Newl1fe.
I got Minnesota 3-2.
Okay. All right. Vegas, Seattle.
I got oh, go ahead, my bad.
Oh, Seattle 3-2 for me.
I got Vegas 3-2.
Seattle 3-1.
Okay. I think that's all I need.
I'm in the south, eating crawfish and gator. I'm running south, you can call me Gale Sayers. I run my city, guess that makes me the mayor. And fuck you losers, all you fools, naysayers. I'm trigger happy, yeah, that makes me a sprayer. And 4-time rain, the jig is up, we'll see you later. Yeah.